Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, Sonic Love. So in today's video, we're going to be checking out the Miyoo A30, a cool little retro miniature device that may suit you, but also may not. So stick around till the end and make your decision, and let me know in the comments what you think of the Miyoo A30. I know I'm a little bit late to the party with this one, and I know that there was a few shortcomings with the device when a lot of the review units went out to other YouTubers, but it's been a while, so let's see what you get out of the box and is it any good for you. So following the renowned success of the Miyoo Mini and then the Miyoo Mini Plus, they decided to do a horizontal version, which is the Miyoo A30. I have to say that this is one of the coolest looking cases that I've got and received with a unit so far. I absolutely love it. It's pretty cool. It's got a lovely SNES controller style zip holder at the side, which is really nice, something that you can carry a lanyard with, but the material is well made and it is robust and very solid, I think, but I'm not too sure, but I think it's made in China. It's hard to tell because obviously with the writing being so small. And then obviously we have a Game Boy style dot matrix, which is pretty cool. It is very robust, as in, like, you know, it will take a lot of scuffs and scrapes to get rid of it. And then we have the cool logo, which is the Miyoo A30. I just thought that was a really nice touch. I wish all companies would do something like that. It would be awesome. So let's open it and check what we get inside. Ta-da! So we do have a charging cable. We also have a micro USB Type-C to a 3.5 audio jack if you want to listen with headphones. Not too sure why it didn't come with it. Maybe it's because of the cute size. We have a toilet paper manual and obviously the cool box itself. Okay, so let's take this off, the peely screen protector. Very nice. I went with the grey unit. I think it's very reminiscent of a NES style pad itself. I'd say that's about the size. This is my thumb, so you can see that it is quite small. Now, one thing that I'm noticing straight away is this screen. It seems to be in a 16:9 layout, sort of. It's a lot wider than what it is taller, which is quite nice, so it might be good for Game Boy Advance games. The D-pad and the analog stick, it's really nice to actually have a analog stick that is on this unit with it being so small. The buttons are a lot chunkier than what they were on the RG28XX, so I'm massively a big fan straight away of that. I do like the fact that we have, it looks like the speaker is covered, but if you tilt it, you will then see the gaps in between, which is pretty cool. So we have LED indicators for your battery. The D-pad itself feels okay, but I have noticed again, pretty much like the RG35XX that there is no pivot in the middle. So once you press down hard and firm, then yeah, maybe there is a pivot there, but yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. I like it when it has a tall pivot, but hey ho, we'll have to test out the games to see how it is. The analog, on the other hand, is very firm and it has a good snap back to the middle. I actually quite like that. It's got a good force feedback to it, so I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, so underneath we have our micro SD card, pretty standard. On the left hand side we don't have anything. On the right hand side we have a power button. On the top of the unit itself we have it looks like a menu button, a USB Type-C, volume, and then we have our R and L and R2 and L2. They feel quite soft, which is quite nice. Let's do the rattle test. a little bit of a rattle, but very, 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 very low. So I'm quite happy with that. They feel nice. I like the placement of them. The unit itself is, even though it's small, it's very comfortable, I have to admit. Yeah, the D-pad is chunky and very large, so I'm happy with that. Also, something that I didn't like on the Anbernic RG28XX. Now, the only thing that with me doing this quite late, we do have another handheld. So we do have another contender in the market, which is due to come out soon by Anbernic, who just keep throwing systems out willy-nilly. We have the 40XX, so that should be good. I do like the fact that it has a 4-inch screen. It also has analog triggers, so that may be a contender for you. But one thing that is really, really nice about this unit is the fact that it's only £55, so it's incredibly cheap. We know it's not a powerhouse. We know it's got a low-end CPU. So yeah, and I know there was a lot of drama with the original firmware, but the overall aesthetics I absolutely love. I think it's a blast from the past. It looks really, really nice. I do like the buttons, how they feel. Really, really nice. Good tactile feedback. Start and select. Again, very quiet. Feel nice. So yeah, the actual build quality of the unit is really nice. I know there was a lot of problems and issues with the corners, but as you can see here, maybe it's something that they've rectified. There's no way that these corners will come off there. They're very, very well glued down. It is clickable. So yeah, the overall feel and the overall look of this device is really nice. It's got a little bit of a weight to it as well. It feels really premium. One thing that I do like as well is the screen. Yes, it's a small screen, but it looks bezel-less against the unit with it being so thin, and also with the screen itself, it just has very, very minimal bezels, just a plastic that matches right the way around. As I say, this is the grey unit, and it's grey, and then the black accent to go next to it. It just looks really, really nice in my opinion. So let's boot it up, check out the operating system, see what's on here, and then do some gameplay performance. So let's turn it on and see how long it takes to load up. This is the 64 gig version, so it has the micro SD card at 64 gig. ROMs will be on there, and I do believe that it has had a firmware update. To what level that is, whether it's spruce, whether it's just the updated version of the official firmware, I'm not too sure till it actually starts. So let's boot it up. Quite a long press. So I know one thing that it will fix straight away is the dim screen. There was reports of it being just really, really dim. Now we do have a brighter screen. With it being 640 by 480, the pixels are really, really sharp. I don't know how well that is coming across. But yeah, it really does look nice, especially like with the bezel-less display. It looks a lot bigger than what it actually should be, the screen, so that's really nice. So we have recents, favorites, game, RetroArch, apps, and also settings. So let's quickly just pop into settings. We have power off, brightness, level 10, color. So that will be your illumination, hue, saturation, and contrast. So it's good to mess around with that. You can always check out and make it a little bit better to your preference. We have languages, we have calibration. So obviously press A to calibrate. Rotate the joypad for a few circles, as far as you possibly can. Release and let it stand for a while. Press B to quit. Okay, so we have joypad test. Okay, so we do have quite snappy, in the first circle we have, it's quite snappy. But then as we get out of the circle, we do tend to have a true analog feel, which is really nice. So that's not bad at all. So playing Super Mario 64, that will be good on it. Okay. We have key map, so you'll be able to key map Wi-Fi, hook it up to Wi-Fi. We have volume, background volume, themes, CPU frequency, so it looks like, so we've got default, so we can overperform it. I'm going to leave it on the highest it can be. USB storage, fixes, factory reset, device info, hardware test, and then back to normal. So let's check out some themes first. See what there is. Themes. So we've got default. Let's see what the default looks like. Okay. If you know what version of the firmware that I have, that would be great. Let me know in the comments. If you have one, let me know what you think. I did do a community post and a lot of people were actually really liking it. Now the fact that you can have some CFW firmware for it. So let's check out some more themes. Let's go with some cyberpunk. Ooh, the music. Okay, let's turn that down. Oh, that's quite cool. Yeah, so not bad. It's quite responsive. There's no lag or anything. So that's pretty cool. So let's check out some performance. But overall, my first impression so far, I really like it actually. I think for the price, it's pretty good. £55. That's a bargain in my eyes. And yes, I know it's not going to play Dreamcast or PSP or N64, but I'd say up to PS1 this is going to be absolutely fantastic. And then obviously if you get games working on Dreamcast, PSP, N64, then obviously it is a bonus. Let's get into some gameplay testing and check out the performance on all the systems. So if we go into game, then we have a list, 3 pages of what systems are available. So we have arcade, Dreamcast, Famicom, free play, so take it for movies, Mega Drive, MAME, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy, N64, Neo Geo, Neo Geo Pocket, PC Engine, Sega Master System, SNES, PS1, PSP, Shoot, I take it they're vertical shooters, and then we have Wonder Swan. Not too bad. So let's check out some arcade. So in arcade we have CPS 1, 2 and 3, Fan Neo, Hack and PGM. Okay, so let's go with some CPS 1. Let's go with some Final Fight. As you can see, the saturation levels are really nice, and I don't know if it's coming across on camera, but the actual image is incredibly sharp and crisp. The analog stick is nice and responsive. The screen is very beautiful, by the way. I think one of the best screens I've seen on a small device. Plays well and emulation seems fine. D-pad feels actually surprisingly good. It does feel a bit loose, but it's not a bad thing in fighting games. Yep, able to pull out the special moves and the moves that I want to. Let's see how many times I can do the kick. Let's do a special straight away. Got beat to it. There we go. Yeah. Street Fighter test is really good. And it looks really nice on here, guys. Super sharp. Let's check out some Dreamcast. I'm going to go with some Cosmic Smash. Again, you can tell how crisp the screen is by the Dreamcast logo. Looks very nice. The banding, if you see it with the screen, is not there in person, guys.
Brought to you by Sega.
It's not powerful enough to play the higher end stuff and graphically intensive 3D games, but there still will be lots of games that we'll be able to play on Dreamcast. But again, looks really nice. There's a bit of slowdown. But again, responsive, plays well.
Next level, Cosmic Bus 717. Have a blast. Let's begin.
I think if that FPS counter wasn't there, you wouldn't notice. It's still a playable experience, but not perfect. Let's check out a lighter game for Dreamcast. 2D. Again, not full speed, but I think that if the FPS counter wasn't there, you wouldn't realise, and still playable. Let's go with some NES. Captain America. go with some Game Boy. So if you do any save states, then you can press the home button. I've actually gone into the RetroArch settings and changed it so I have select and then the button, just in case I accidentally press it. And also so I can do hotkeys, so I can have, like, obviously FPS if needs be, fast forward and so forth. But normally you would just press the home button, but I've done it so I press select and the home button, and then you can go to save or load and you can just save it and continue, and it can save, which is pretty cool, nice and simple. Or you can go into RetroArch itself and go to native menu and do all your usual shenanigans which you like to do with shaders or anything else that you want to change, scaling and so forth. But again, looks really, really nice, very, very sharp. You also have the options of changing the shaders, which is pretty cool. One of my favourite systems so far to play on this is Game Boy Advance. Really enjoying it. But I really do love the screen. I hope it's coming across of just how vibrant. The colours really pop. The dark levels are really, really nice. The white balance is also very clear. I think Miyoo Mini do, or Miyoo itself, do select some really good screens. It's a really stark comparison considering they were so dark when they first got reviewed and showcased, where now it's probably, yeah, one of the best screens on a little handheld that I've seen to date. It just looks absolutely beautiful. So hopefully that comes across. Good viewing angles. There's no screen tearing. No ghosting. Just looks really, really nice. Again, absolute joy to play. I think all your retro stuff like Mega Drive, SNES, PC Engine, arcade, anything up to PS1, it's such a joy to play on here. It really is good. And this is so pocketable, it's so small. And I think for the price, £55, you're not going to worry about what you're going to do to it. So, yeah, but this is gods for Mega Drive. And yeah, I'm enjoying it. More so than what I actually thought I would, actually, to be honest. Another system that I'm really enjoying playing on here is Neo Geo Ultimate 11. What a goal! PS1 also looks incredible on here and plays really, really well. It's very well suited for this handheld. Some games you can get away with having the upscale in resolution. Some games you don't, so it's a bit of trial and error with that. I have it on here with Rival Schools. Great game, plays really well, D-pad's fine, and it looks fantastic. So PS1, good to go. I think for £55, this form factor, if you want something to take away, like for work, or just something just to chuck in your bag, this isn't bad for the price, you know. So let's go with some N64 and see how the performance is with some N64 games. Kicking things off with Mario Kart. So it plays very, very smooth and looks really nice, very sharp. You could probably lower the resolution to help with the frame rate, but no issues so far here. Just my terrible gameplay through the screen. But it does look really nice. I do like the analog stick, I have to admit. It's not the best, but it's definitely not the worst. I like the fact that it does have a little bit of force to it. Yep, but very impressed. As I say, not everything will work, but if it does, then it's definitely a bonus. Let's go with some Super Mario 64. Again, looks really crisp, super sharp. Let's check out the analog stick. Yep, works really well. No issues so far, plays really well. Try F-Zero out for the SNES. Again, controls feel really nice, easy to play, comfortable, and looks fantastic. Lastly, we're going to check out some PPSSPP. It is the standalone emulator. So to get into the menu, you press L2. So we're going to go with 1X. I'm going to go with no frame skip. And I'm going to go with skip buffered effects. Make sure the FPS is on. Still a bit of slowdown. Let's try with everything on the screen. And the car being out. Yeah, it definitely struggles. So I think you'll be good with the lightweight PSP games. But anything too demanding, not going to be great. Okay guys, that's going to be my first look and first impressions and unboxing. Personally, I actually like it for what it is. I think the price range is really good. I think that it's very well built. I do like the D-pad, especially for fighting games and platform games. I've really had an enjoyable time with this. I think anything up to PS1 is absolutely fantastic on here. I don't think you'll be disappointed in any way. The screen is beautiful. The controls are really, really nice. Not a big fan of the shoulder buttons, but they do. The sound is okay. Overall, though, for £55, I don't think this is too bad. I think if you know going into it what you're expecting from it. Lightweight, I did test out some RPGs on PSP. They played really, really well. Light end stuff played really, really well. Likewise for N64 and also Dreamcast, I think was the worst performing out of them all. Love to know what you think, guys. Is it the best that's out there? No, definitely not. Would I highly recommend it? Only for people who know what they're getting themselves in for? Yes. Maybe collectors? Yes. But I think there is definitely better things out there. But I'd love to know what you think, guys, of the Miyoo A30. And as always, guys, thanks very much. Really do appreciate the likes. Welcome all the new subscribers. I thank you all for your support. And as always, guys, take care.